Guys, kita nonton MPL guys ya, MP playoff. Nah, MPL ini final bracket guys ya. Soal menang ini juara menang masuk final guys ya. Final bracket antara AP Brand Falcon AP Brand melawan Rora guys ya. Oke, sudah masuk game pertama ini guys ya. Ini BO7 guys. Memiliki Rora guys ya. S14 masih pemain lama guys ya. AP Brand guys ya. Kalau Rora nih tim baru kayaknya guys. Udah penunggu ya? Apa kata nunggu? AP Brands guys, siapa ya kah yang akan masuk final guys? Apa AP Brand apa Rora guys ya? Masuk final otomatis masuk M6 guys. Oh, Domeng ini Owen ya guys, Owen namanya guys ya. Owen ini Owen itu guys ya, Romnya pakai Khalid. Oke, terjadi di Renejay Namangkinya juga guys ya. Capitalized by Falcons AP Brand. Now that is a strong start actually the panel was referring to, because again we all know that when you have a Khalid role, as much as possible you want to invade the jungle like what Owen's been doing. Don't give Demon Kite a good time, because so far Demon Kite has been performing phenomenal. Oke, starter pertama muncul. Especially with the assistance of Renegade with Linda. Aurora can easily turn things around, but right now Khalid is working on it. Don't do welcome. They're gonna catch someone there as politisi yang dapat guys ya. Edwardnya terbunuh guys. Oke guys ya, siapakah yang akan menang guys? Udah mengki. Owennya guys ya. Offset jadi maju ke depan guys ya. Ini Domeng sama Super Marco-nya masih santai-santai farming di atas guys. Masih saming-saming. Ditarik. Fail. Again, it's mainly for Rora to go ahead and build up with the early game, just kind of deal with it. They know that the strength also mid-game potential is going to be there. It was so much focus as well on Domeng. Santai guys. You want to be able to scale that up, get the Moscom where you need to be if you're Domeng. And that's why, again, a lot of the pressure is going to be on Fcap to get that control of the early game, make things work the way they want to, and secure all the objectives. And they have, like I said, a ton of utility to help them out. The Beatrix has been slowly, coming back to, I would say, meta, but not as much as some of the other gold laners. Still very valuable. Masih aman-aman aja ini guys ya. Belum ada pertempuran sengit. Udah laba-laba. Gimana? Hah? Kecil? Di mana kayak labanya?
Tabung tadi.
Siapa dapat turtle kedua? Mark. Siapa yang datang Domengnya? Enggak guys ya. Posisinya masih dapat guys. Kabur katanya. It's very strong, right? And that's what you really have to look at with the lineup here, where how they can go ahead and force what looks like it's going to be a fight, but then go ahead and kind of disengage, and then you'll see that re-engage as well. It was a good attempt too. You know, UA brought in that Raging Sandstorm himself. He utilized that, but unfortunately for Rora, they just don't have enough firepower just yet. So if they're playing to the tune or the pace of Fcap,
Oh,
Renegade,
Renegade.
look how much damage he is
Walaupun
actually
Rom
taking
sakit guys
here.
ya, Owen
And
ini.
that's the whole point. You know, they have great utility, they have great mobility around the map,
Ini
but they
equipmentnya
kind of,
guys
it's
ya.
literally like taking a buckle and just buckling in for now.
Oh, siapa Edward yang tertinggal? Oh, hampir PW guys ya. Oh, Yue-nya.
That's gotta be so
Malah
tough.
Yue-nya guys ya meninggal.
What should have been a kill, or you're looking
Total
to
ketiga
take
guys
it
ya, bentar
away
lagi.
to
20
at least
detik lagi
get
nih.
some more momentum building in your favor for Rora. They can't get that, and then the counter punch comes in from Fcap. So Rora will, you know, it looks like they're kind of trying to make these plays happen because they already lost control of the early game. And that's fine if they can make it happen, though. If not, again, they're in for a long ride here. Last turtle of the game is up, and it looks like they're going to be full force to fight this one and possibly contest it.
Ya, ini kalah gol ya. Oh, total ketiga dapat sama. Oh, malah terbanis 3 orang guys. Oh, Domeng. Oh, wipe out guys ya.
Let's take another look at that. All right, Infinite says
Oh, malah wipe out.
that's not what we were looking for, but hey, every single person on Fcap's lineup did what they had to do, and to a T, because Rora getting wiped out this early on is not a good sign for game one.
Duduk nak nontonnya, dekatnya nontonnya tuh. Hei, duduk.
And Super Marco's obviously there, but even a big part of this is just Few. Few is one of the few players, like we always mention, when the Luo Yi comes through and it slips through the draft. Again, the panel mentioned this, that it was picked up, you know, earlier on than maybe we see in the past. But nonetheless, it's Few, and off the top of my head, I think Super Prince as well, that just love this pick. They are so devastating with it. So, I mean, whether it's a diversion or not, it's just the hassle.
The pressure guys ya.
Being like, all right, where are they coming from? And even if we try to retreat or disengage,
Di game pertama ini guys, ya, Aurora apa bisa comeback nih? Kayaknya sulit guys. Oh.
Oh man. Wow.
Nggak dapat guys ya. Nggak
Nggak
dapat nyuri Rora nih.
We still gotta talk about the facts. They're still down 9,000 gold. Great escape, Domeng. But again, you're gonna have to deal with the Lord pushing in, and with this kind of power lead that Fcap has, it's going to be tough here for Rora. They might look to end the game here on that first Lord push as they focus down the tier 2 turrets and everything else. Couple Holy Shields still up.
Oh, Lordnya lewat atas ya.
Rora has the work cut out for them.
Kayaknya hancur dari atas ya.
Seems like they're gonna burst down the top, inhibit their turret, and Aurora will focus up on bursting down this floor.
Ini biarinnya guys ya.
Look at the immense gold lead. That's 11.1k. Literally taking a page out of the book of Fnatic Onyx with the fast games and dominant starts they've been portraying right now. Circling Eagle coming in from Brendan J. The catch coming from Flap TZ, breaking Sansa for open. Just the zone out. Here comes the first rotation coming in from View. As Super Marco picks up kill onto Brendan J. And they're gonna work on the minions. They really want to force out another inhibitor turret takedown.
Okay, so they stay in the game. They at least don't have an end.
Nggak berhasil ya.
Fcap, like I said,
Belum guys ya. Pertahanannya.
what do they have to do to possibly turn this around?
Oh 11.000. Tinggalan gold nih. Oke, mau ngancur turret tengah. Oh, Domeng kena. F14 sama Super Marco guys ya. Pecah pala. Domeng guys. Oh ini guys ya, game kedua. Game pertama dimana kayaknya menang nih. Brands guys ya. Oke, game pertama dimenang brand. Kita lanjut ke game keduanya guys ya. Kita nih tadi ngulang guys ya. Kita nggak nonton, kita ulang dulu guys ya. Oke. Ya guys, game kedua guys ya. Antara Rora melawan FC Brands. Falcon Brand ya, HP Brand.
At the same time, you know, you have Flap with that Gatakacha that has been such a great pick for a lot of teams all throughout the playoffs.
Oh, Rene J-nya masih pakai Matilda ya. Oh, Domengkinya masih pakai Alpha. Oh, makanya nih Owen pakai ini guys ya. Cow. Ditati tendangnya. Oh, malah terculik LTZ. Ada bankinya guys ya. Price blood.
To be able to escape there. And this is what you were saying. The revitalize of Flap TZ.
Malah ada bankinya yang mati guys. Oh.
Escapes their frigid glacier. Has to use the flicker though. Now Falcons they got the kill. Forced out the lot of
TZ.
That's one of those moments where you're just like, you gotta be kidding me. You commit so much to getting a kill there early on. And it still doesn't go down, and then you end up getting counter-punched in the face. And yeah, that's the revitalize in the early game, especially how much healing it does provide, but also the fact that this is just a Gatakacha, and you know that even that extra little bit of tankiness that he has with the emblems that he brought to the table.
Nggak ada counter kah? Oh, ditendang Domengkinya guys ya. Oh, pengen dapat. Oh, Domengkinya berhasil dilumpuhkan guys ya.
On Edward. Falcons AP Brent continuing to extend the lead. Now this is what's alarming, as what the panel has been mentioning. The spike of Kyle TZ, when it comes especially past the 5-minute mark, the Hayabusa is really going to overpower the Demon Kite. But even prior to that, he's already at 1-0-2. Now Super Marco has to walk away because Dorman goes in with his Salmon Force. Paired up with a Circle Eagle. Now a shutdown kill on the Super Marco. Kyle TZ wants to go in. Wants to go for the counter engage, gonna bring down Doming though. Be able to escape. That's the trade. Falcons are willing to take, but they want to go for more. Demon Kite punishes Kyle TZ. Owen answers right back with another kill. Few just hiding in the brush, waiting for the perfect moment to stun Renege. Falcons AP Brent again, same story. Always 2 steps ahead of Aurora.
They're always ready for the response, and that's the way you have to respect about Falcons AP Brand. Ever since they started their dominant, run throughout the world, and even last year, this is what you saw from the team, and this is what a lot of teams admired from them: is their rotations, is their responses, the way they counterplay, and for Super Marco to go down that early on, but then
Bermarco.
Fcap still gets a lot out of the exchange. That's okay for them, because really when you're playing this Hayabusa into this lineup that Rora has, you want to be able to build up, get that momentum going, the snowball. It's already happening for Kyle TC, and you can see the way they're playing into that, the way they're taking advantage of that. So if you're Rora and you're looking at how these past couple minutes have gone, then yeah, you really have to get ready to go ahead and start to win some of these fights, win some of these skirmishes early on. Well, how do you do that? Well, you've got that mobility from Brenda J. You've got a lot of options to go even with Edward here. But you got to make sure you have enough firepower, and that's where the main question is right now, because as the lead builds
Starter
up,
kedua
you're going to get out-itemized.
sudah ngumpul semua guys ya pemain di starter.
They're all here for this one as they stand off 5 members from Rora, 5 from Fcap. Looking to feel out the situation here, and really, with this kind of lineup being on, it could be Rora that starts things up.
Here comes the kick once again, plus the AOG onto the back line for Flap. Easy, Demon Guy's gonna get the turtle, but Frigid Glacier is there. Coming in from Falcons 8, weak friend Edward, though, with Primal Wrath gonna pop out. The Pride Device is gonna bring down View eventually. Lost the kill onto Flap and to Kyle. Next target is Owen. Demon Guy working on him. And
Super Marco berhasil kabur.
Smiling Kite.
And there you go. Smile on his face, gets the objective, and they get a whole lot more. Now Rora can switch into gear. Look to get this tier 1 turret. That is exactly what they needed to stop Fcaps. Just snowball building up.
The best part is they got a mid lane turret. Kyle TC doesn't have his purple buff. No casualties this time for Aurora, and also Doming gets a turret down bottom. A huge swing from Aurora. And I hope that there's an infinite instant replay, because honestly, that was a good catch from Ogwen with the way of the dragon. Unfortunately, they weren't able to burst down Edward. He was still able to use his Primal Wrath, then burst down View, even with the Primal Wrath. It was more than enough time to bring him down.
Sudah guys
Catch
ya.
from Flap DC onto the back line, but the AOG wasn't enough. Because Falcons AP Red during that clash, they were separated. They couldn't target, they couldn't lock on anyone from Aurora, because Aurora was just literally in a better position for the counter-attack compared to Falcons.
And that's why I said it comes down to the positioning for them, how they
terjadi pertempuran.
Here comes the Circling Eagle once again.
Flat easy-nya guys.
Here comes Flap TZ, here comes the Revitalize.
Masih survive.
Out to stay this though, but here comes
Kasih kabur.
Edward.
Ada Edward.
Waited for one of his most familiar rivals. Calculated is the right word
Edward
for
nunggu
Legend
situ guys ya.
Zero. And a dominating start for Aurora.
I literally, like, the way that I saw that in my head is Edward is like, arms open, here I am. Jump on into them. So he's ready for that. Super Marco will go ahead and get a little damage here on that tier 2 turret on the bottom side. Trying to get something through that. But now the turtle's up here.
Starter ketiga siapa yang dapat? Dominki ya, kayaknya Dominki. Rora game kedua ini masih diunggulkan guys ya.
That's just a statement that Aurora is telling Falcons AP Bread that we're not going to give you an opportunity to counterattack, to come back, because our aggression will continue. Every single time they get a neutral objective, automatically it translates to other objectives, like turret takedowns down bottom, into the middle lane, and now the crowd's going
Tim
wild.
Rikti kayaknya sudah gugur ya. Kayaknya yang di final Onyx PH.
That's the reactions we have them. Again, right now they're just waiting here. They're gonna have to pull out their phones, hear what's happening. But hey, looks like we're going back to it. Still top side. That tier 1 goes down mid lane.
Di tengah.
Big part of this focus here. You know, the Rora fans they're feeling good about this one. Now that they have the lead built up, they're working through it. Fcap is the one that has to kind of adjust from this, because this is all what we were talking about, even when the panel mentioned that Matilda and everything else, right? You have it. You utilize the fact that you have a Circling Eagle. You have the Guiding Wind, just like this.
Okay, now that's just to make sure to let Ogwen go out of position from the brushes that they have. And apart from that, credit to you for a clutch nightmare response, because right now they're just camping on every open brush that they can find. But Aurora has to watch out for a potential kick coming in from Owen off angle though. Now Fuhastic has the frigid glacier, wants to go for
Owen.
counter attack. AOG coming there, but
Oh,
Owen gonna
Domain
fall
guys.
down. They have to walk away. Nightmare Spawn. Dominator's Descent is also there as Flap TC pops is revitalized. They're only gonna lose Owen, but this is Aurora maximizing the lead that they've established. 12 seconds in, the first Lord is gonna spawn, and so far Aurora's controlling the map and the pace.
This is a lot better game for Renegade here. He's got 8 assists right now, and he's doing a
Oh,
lot of
lot
work, and that's what he's
pertama
meant to
muncul
do.
sudah guys ya.
Matilda, you know, gets that second chance to do it, pulls it off really well so far at this point of the game. And they're following through with it. So Rora, their fighting capabilities when it comes to those, you know, small choke points, even in the jungle, even if they put pressure on the purple buff, if they want to, or the orange buff, or anywhere, they have this kind of advantage to work around because they can displace themselves or get an angle that Fcap has to respond to. Look at this. They're just going to drive Falcon's AP
Oh,
right
lot
off
pertama
the
dia
Lord.
diamankan oleh
There's no
Rora
area
guys ya.
get into because, again,
Rora apa Rora nih guys?
he's not ready for that fight. Neither is the rest of the team here.
Yeah, just shows that Aurora has good ground cover that time, and I do agree with what you've been saying for Renegade. I mean, they first pick Matilda onto the blue side, and this is the reason, because it's a mixture of the hitman and the heal man, providing a lot of shields, providing a lot of heals, and at the same time, going for those very aggressive dives, paired up most of the time with Demon Kite. Then once it connects, automatically gonna cast Spear of Alpha as Kyle Easy just watching as Aurora takes away his precious purple buff.
He's going to wait patiently there because right now, Rora looking to take some more across the map. That Lord going down the bottom side. Fcap might try to defend here.
Okay, here comes a Wiki Shadow kill though.
Oh, shadow kill keluarin.
Kyle Easy goes out. Sustain from Aurora is there. And as you can see what Yue has been doing, just placing Nightmaric Spawn after Nightmaric Spawn and all the brushes that he thinks Owen will be in. That's why during that prior clash, when Kyle Easy went in, Owen was backing away. Owen had the perfect angle to actually
Speaking of Owen, Chogun waiting there patiently. An off angle, Lord.
Lord masih berjalan guys di bawah ya.
Right now, Kyle T's gets spotted out too. Ogwen's still waiting patiently. They'll clear out the Lord pretty quickly. Again, their lineup from Fcap can do this.
Siapakah yang menang game kedua ini guys?
But they might be looking for their own sandwich play. Ogwen is going to get caught off though. Better that he gets on out of there. This was the right idea though for Fcap. They might have to look for something like that in order for this game to turn over in their favor. All the while, what he's doing, Ingon, is letting Super Marco get the items that he needs to see
Wah,
to
ini
the point where he
ini
has
kayaknya
that,
pecahan dari blacklist ya guys ya.
Marco bomb with this
Kalau nggak salah ya
he's got
guys.
that holy
Rora nih.
crystal already started inside Feather Heaven, so he's pretty much online. It's more so surviving
Blacklist ya,
these
apanya?
areas against Rora's lineup.
The thing is, again, the dive-centric lineup of Aurora is just too much. Might be too much later on for Falcon taking Red. Once Aurora secures the Lord. Again, we've been seeing Renegade circling Eagles almost on the offensive end, wanting to go for those crucial damage deals for Falcon taking Red. The thing is, even if Owen manages to find Doming, again, there's Doming's Purify saved up for that perfect moment. And at the same time, the guiding win again from Renegade. A lot of times he has been saving Aurora from Falcon's AP Red's counter initiation. With the kit that Falcons have, they have the AOG, they have the Frigid Glacier. It's surprising that until now, they only have 6 kills because of the defense Renegade is providing.
There's a whole lot of utility that they can use, but no, in Fcap and the way that they like to approach the game, it's like, you know, if they don't have to commit it, they don't need to. If it's not going to be a sure thing, then they won't.
Yeah.
Now that Super Marco picks up the combined lane, they might actually contest this and try to get one of those quick kills if they can. Maybe if it's even Owen here to get a kick in the right direction, and they might go for that unless this just goes in their hands. Lord sitting at half health here. It's going to go for this reset. We've seen this many times, even yesterday.
Lord ya. Lord kedua guys ya, masih tarik ulur tali ulur. Sebenarnya pakai smartphone Infinix guys ya. Jadi dapat nih Rora. Brand mundur guys ya.
that zone defense with zone options that Rora can play, with the fact that they even have UA on the SAS pick, the nightmare spawns alone are enough to kind of keep Fcap from second guessing. And if it doesn't even need to be all of Fcap. It actually just needs to be open.
Yeah.
Whether they're checking the bushes, whether they're just kind of spotting him out so that he can't as easily get that setup that he's looking for, or possibly get a kick that he's looking for. So it kind of spots them out and keeps them at bay. Whereas Fcap has made the decision of being like, okay, that's not going to happen. We're not going to be able to approach these objectives. We might as well just go for the base defense here.
Kita
As we were
kinyo.
saying, again, Open got spotted out from that rush. Difficult to come through it. Here comes the Lord marching down the bottom lane.
Oh, Lord datang dari bawah.
Successfully. Here comes Edward, goes in with her Shatter Flicker combination.
Oh,
Now gonna catch the front
Wen.
to bring down Ogwen. Next target is Marco. The bulletproof has now fallen to
Wah.
Rora. Evens out the series.
Game kedua dimenangi oleh
Very
Rora guys ya.
refined.
Langsung kita langsung ke game ketiga guys ya.
Okay. So let's see, because so far,
Oke,
you know,
game ketiga guys.
you're Kyle Teasy with the fan. You have to prove that
Dari
it's
satu sama guys ya.
to ban out or to pick Fanny when you're Falcon Safety friend. That's why the panel was saying that when you're going up against Falcon Safety friends, you don't really think about the Fanny when it comes to Kyle Teasy. Although he's capable, he has to prove it this time that it deserves to be respected, deserves to be banned out.
I would say for a lot of teams, when they're thinking about the junglers in the current meta that come up, Fanny is very niche to specific junglers. Yes, Kyle Teasy is one of them, but for the most part, you know, you've seen so much of Alpha, you've seen so much of Ling and the Suyos and the Julian occasionally and Nolan's, right? But and that's all because the Fanny, you obviously have to have a pretty high skill ceiling on it, but also you have to be pretty confident that you can also rely on your team to help you out when the game transitions to, all right, we got to protect the purple buff almost at all costs for a Fanny. And so for Kyle Teasy and knowing that and the rest of the team, that's why they drafted what they did. I mean, they have a ton of utility with this, especially the Jushin alone. Like, we have seen how valuable this turtle can be and how much it can cause havoc on the lineups that are like this from Rora.
Yeah.
So this first turtle, they can't even contest it. Look how fast it just goes in the hands of Fcap.
At the same time, Jushin, in terms of zoning, is there, and there's literally no hard lockdown when it comes to containing Kyle.
Nih, dicabut baterainya kakak.
And if
Naik atas, naik atas.
that's assuming you catch Kyle.
Naik atas.
So it's really gonna be a hard
Naik
thing for
atas.
Rora right now.
Ya, wah,
That's-
pengen lagi
this is
jilat
also
nih.
where
Ah,
part of this
Aku kan anak kucing, Pak.
anak kucing.
like we
Ini
saw
baca aja.
from the previous
Baca.
game where he was very proactive. He's gonna have to do essentially the same thing here. Now this would change a little bit because Renegade is
Eh,
on
kakinya.
Gattacacha, and we usually, I don't know where you feel like you like to see it better. You know, you like Gattacacha more so
Lagi sejalan.
XP lane, but the hands of Renegade should allow him to be that, you know, more hitman-esque role that he needs to be. Plus, again, Revitalizer is very useful here, and that's why
Wow, tuh TV pakai ini ya, Fanny ya.
Edward's gonna miss the final slash one. First down Edward here is about easy. Just
Pak, minggu
jamming
nelfon, Pak.
Rora. So
Minggu nelfon, Pak.
the things that Kyle Teasy eventually needs to secure those instantaneous steel cables that Cutthroat eventually go first. And if Falcon Safety needs to find these kinds of kills for Kyle,
Tommy.
man, it's just gonna give Marco a huge advantage because they don't have to think about Marco, they have to think about Kyle Teasy, and eventually we all know the Clint and it's gonna hurt.
Apa?
that's the thing. So
Ya.
because we've seen Asuyo do pretty much the same thing to an extent where once that snowball gets going, it's really hard to stop. And so this is relatively a pretty low-key early game. There's nothing much happening except for these objectives being focused. You know, little fights for control here. And this is where Fcap also has some of that advantage because of this
Sawi.
and that lantern flare. So now the level 4 is coming to play.
Attack onto Edward. Just thinking of Captain to walk away. Here comes the pull from
Pak,
Renegade.
ini mau
And
kenapa?
now the zone coming in from Rora. This time they have 5 members. Doming is also here. AOG gonna connect onto Flap TZ. That was a beautiful jump, but here's the final last coming in from Flap. Now, Demon Knights between the turns will take this over from Falcons Incorporated. And that's a 1v1 snake for Falcons Incorporated.
Very interesting the way they play that too. You saw Kyle like he was waiting there. He put some pressure on this tier one. There we go. Gets it finally, so that's the trade.
Oh, the steel cable.
Oh, Edward.
Okay, goes out. Legend Zero. It's not embarrassing to pull off a kill on the Legends. I mean, veterancy, accolades, he's got it all. Final flash. But technically, he was really aiming for the
That's what I'm saying. You know, for Fcap,
Pegang apa itu?
no waited down. So that's fine. They can go ahead and now mid lane.
beautiful cash flush chase. CC. Crimson Beacon View has to walk away. AOG onto the backline. Might be able to bring down View. He's gonna escape the steel destruction. But still, View's gonna fall down. First blood will go to Rora. Now working on a purple buff. Flap CC has a glorious pathway and Edward works on the backline. Supporting the lead. Less damage. Flap CC trying to grab members. Another catch. And they're gonna break down Flap CC.
There's some good fighting from Rora, man. You know, you really tried to sidestep, dodge the arrow. The AOG came in, but unfortunately, that ended up in a collapse too. You know,
Gimana kaki papa sakit nih jalan yang ini tuh?
this point where now they've got a little bit of a lead.
Oh,
It
tuh.
wasn't anything too crazy because Fcap was actually building that on the macro
Tuh sakit.
level. And so, you know, it's them trying to keep things from getting
Mungkin tuh nunggu tuh kasih kuti tuh.
Has a final slash still ready and locked and loaded.
Okay, Edward's gonna miss. AOG coming in from Brendan J plus the bridging glacier. Here comes the glorious pathway. Calvin goes in with steel cables. They're gonna bring down Brendan J. Calvin continuing to dish out the damage as Obi falls down and Bill as well. Doming on the hunt plus Demon Kite. They're gonna bring down Flap Daisy and Aurora. Just for the price of the Hitman. Are gonna take down 3 plus the final turtle.
And what a fight this game number 3 has been so far. Don't be working on this turtle, but we'll go ahead and call it off. Wait for this to come up. Kyle TC's down here too. And you're seeing, you know, this is where when you look at Rora's line, the fact that they have some of those utility options where, yeah, even if Edward doesn't get the final slash that they're looking for, if they're fighting around objectives, they have great options, whether that's an Avatar or the Guardian, or they just lock down the
Udah lah ya.
Oh, and another catch on to Flap. Paired up with the Bridget Glacier.
Oh.
Ground control is open. Has to flicker away. Has to
Itu pelantikan presiden.
Now the chase is on. 5 members after the master. And Demon Kite's gonna bring down Ogwin.
Oh man, Rora really making the
Very happy.
adjustments. The goals are looking really good too. The way they
Alright.
secured that turtle very quickly, and then they go in for the fight. And this is a big pickup for them, a big swing in the momentum that they're going to be able to build into. And you know, all of this too, Domeng, he's got the corrosive scythe, he's got a golden staff working on his next, a little bit of defense too to help just in case Kyle TZ shows up. You know, he's got his pair of steel pants. And so that's all he's relying on at this point. And the fact that, again, you have your team there to help you out, keep you safe, or finalize or the peel. And so Domeng will be more of a problem as the game goes on here. And that's where Super Marco needs to get to him.
Okay, MJ goes right after the backline. Here comes Aurora. Bridget Glacier gonna connect onto Flap TZ. Plus the final flash. They're gonna bring him down. Oh, here comes the counter attack coming in from Kyle TZ. He's also gonna bring down Brendan J. But Aurora depriving Kyle of his orange buff, really sorting out the members of Falcons Saving Friend. And this is where you see Aurora shine.
Oh.
The hit that they have, they're not afraid to commit a lot of
Game ketiga ini guys ya.
because they know that they have
Ini
enough
terpeser nih
damage.
AP
No, they
brand.
don't have crowd control anymore. Okay, the pressure is here. Kyle TZ trying to get his purple buff.
Beginning of the game, man, you know, you lock into Fanny, there's not many junglers around the world that will pick it up still, you know, with the way the meta has kind of fallen into place. Because rely on certain things to happen here for your team throughout the game. You're almost at 10-minute mark. The board is now up, and honestly, Fcap might be in a position where they have to let this one. It's
Oh,
already gonna be held
mau kasih
here.
badut lagi kamu?
No
Oh.
purple up on Kyle. There's a
Apa
purple
kalau kayak gitu nggak nyangkut? Kok tulang kau ini patah kaget. Salah jatuh kau. Kebat kakinya mau. Oh. Aduh, sakit. Disuruh bilang ya.
Edward on the charge. Want to catch view here. There's the lantern flare just to zone them out. And it's going to be an uncontested
Sudah lah tinggal kaki.
for Rora.
Kau kaki aku ini nyubit tau gak? Kau lari ke situ. Masih lah ke situ. Lagi. Udah dong baik-baik aku jahat. Kau yang jangan nakal. Lari lah.
Adik nangis ya?
Ini guys ya. Oh.
Because he gets low enough, his passive activates
Ini
and
pun
everything
dikasih.
and then you think you're gonna kill him and he doesn't, you know, and then that's not even with a revitalize or not. He's just that tanky and able to even pump out some damage. That's decent damage. So the silver lining here though is Fcap, Super Marco, super bulletproof, hasn't gone down yet, has been able to farm up. They gotta withstand this Lord push though if they want to stay in this game.
Pakai efek itu lagi.
Their base turns up if they can. Because right now it looks like Rora wants to go ahead and press
Belum gelap.
knock of the base.
Saya nampak bisa pagi motor.
Fcap, the board making its way to the top. We'll see if Fcap has enough.
Gelap sudah.
Go in for a fight here. TZ clearing out the waves. Jump in.
AOG waiting for Fenrir for the flap. He's got
Wah. Oh, Super Marco.
Edward though quite dangerously low. He's gonna fall down, but in a shape for Flap Tazy and the inhibitor turret. A huge
Roranya.
win for Aurora.
Oh, Yue hampir ya sih.
Go down and goodbye again. The purple buff of Kyle TZ. You're seeing little shades of damage that Kyle TZ can do, but he can't even overextend into a fight because he could easily get taken down, especially the fact that he doesn't have that purple buff. And they have to take this disciplined route. They have to play into the fact that we gotta also wait for Super Marco to get there. Super Marco not bulletproof anymore. In that exchange. But Fcap will look to go ahead and try to recuperate the losses here. This next Lord is up in about 30 seconds or so. And then knowing them, like I said, they'll continue to contest it. It doesn't matter if they're down, what is it, 6? They'll look to get a fight. They'll look to get an advantage in terms of the numbers here. But Rora knows it as well. They can play to the advantage, especially with UA here. Also, Rora, he's been massive in winning these fights.
Oh, Edward!
Oh,
Another catch!
hampir PM guys ya.
Trying to survey the scene. Owen in a good position here in the brush. 7 seconds for the next Lord spawns. And if your Falcons AP Brent, fortunately the inhibitor that was taken away from you was on the top lane. So it's easy to manage your minion waves and at the same time try and contest. But it's gonna be hard up against the Suyo of Demon Kite.
Resident J and Edward all playing that front side. That's a Lord. Just taking out so quickly for Rora. Now once again taking the purple buff and taking everything from Falcon's AP Brent. Even with the jump in just to make sure there's no follow through. Now Rora. Big lead, a Lord. This might be that push in to get this game number 3 here under their belt.
Game number 2 was around this time, 14 minutes as well. And Super Marco has been having a hard time, although he only has 1 death. The problem is the kit of Aurora, AOG Final Slash, Frigid Glacier, stops him from being able to dish out the damage because we've seen it prior to his death. He got broken as he went around. The second flash, he got taken down. Now,
Lordnya masuk di guys.
Do it. There's a flicker.
Nggak bisa di end sama Rora.
Rora just force the fight. Edward does have a flicker.
Oh,
Okay, Spirit Destruction will connect. Now they're gonna work on Flap TZ. Flap TZ got the revitalize, but the Noise
oh
fast
belum
lane.
bisa guys ya.
As Aurora backs away. Got what they wanted, an inhibitor in the middle lane. Now they have minions in the mid plus one.
Right now, they just want to get this last phase turret down. Wave pushing in, and Rora. Are they going to press this team fight against Fcap here? Phase completely
Oh, hancur semua guys
exposed.
ya turret pertahanan
Here they have a choice to decide for
brand.
the 9,000 gold lead. Do they go
Belum
for
mau
a
pulang nih kayaknya.
the chance? It looks like right now Rora will pick this one up and back up now in on in the game, almost the 16-minute mark, and so far Fcap, aside from the early game, has not been able to do too much, even with this lineup with 2 key items. Super Marco's still working on his next ability, but is he going to have enough, or does he also do a defensive option? Because at this point, when you have a base completely bare, you've got to be able to win these defensive fights. You've got to be able to turn the tide here. And now if they do it for the next Lord, if they actually try to contest this in about
Seru guys ya. Ini
might see Fcap just
lower bracket, final lower bracket ya guys ya. Kalau menang ini masuk final ya. Kayaknya masuk final guys ya.
Looking at his items, he does have that rose gold meteor plus wind of nature, so he's not gonna be scared even if Kyle Easy tries to target opposing the Lord side up top. And so far, Aurora, they have no reason to risk a lot because again, they have a 9.1k gold lead. Looking at the turrets, it's almost complete.
This is what we're talking about too. You know, Rora with their lineup, they'll just control pretty much everything on the map. Like if they want to set up around the mid lane and cut things off, they can.
Oh,
Nice
tahu.
controller check right there on
Kan ini sembunyi situ.
and that's what they'll do because they can go ahead and set up almost like a triangular
Lord ketiga udah muncul. Dalam 10 detik lagi.
And so it's really difficult when you're looking at Falcon's AP red lineup. You're trying to think, you know, how can they get some space to work with? How can they actually move forward? I mean, that tier 1 still stands in the mid lane for Rora. And that's where the difficult part is. They have to be so crucial and cautious in approaching certain areas of the map. Even these bush takes in the mid, and right now, Lord's going to be started up here. Gomez, Gwen, whacking away on it, and they look to set things up. Kyle might actually get a this time around, but they got to make a choice.
Okay, Flap TZ wants to go for it. He's going to get the Lord's Valley, but Demon Kite gets the Lord. That's a Frederick Glacier. Renegade onto the backline. They want to go for Super Marco as Kyle TZ walks away. Super Marco's still alive in exchange for Renegade. Now they're going to get Owen down. Aurora just bringing down bodies. Now they're going to work on Few. Now they're going to work on Kyle TZ. Demon Kite remains alive, but he gets the Lord.
Only Renegade down in that exchange, Ogwin and Flap for Falcon's AP Bren. So they'll go in for
Kemarin aja ya, tinggal 3 ya. 3 lawan 4 guys, apakah bisa di end sama Rora? Oh, TZ-nya guys.
The next standard takes down
4 lawan 2.
That's it. It's going to be hard for Falcons AP Brent to pull off an amazing defense. Even Domin goes for the backline with a Spear of Destruction. They're going to bring down one more. And take
Rora guys ya. Menang game ketiga.
Rora, what are they on? They are making the adjustment so quickly and coming out with another victory here. 2-1 right now in the series, the best of 7. Lower bracket final. Rora's adjustments have been on point. We're going to let the guys over on the Infinix Defiant talk about this score. Rock Hard, Redmar, and eventually Midnight. You guys take it away.
Yo, brother, this is too much. This is too much. I am literally blown away by that chain of events that happened here.
Yeah, massive props to have a much more active role for
To come back from there, but for the meantime, congratulations, you get a redeemable in-game code.
2-1 guys ya, game ketiga dimenangkan oleh Rora.
Now the brass tacks here, ladies and gentlemen. This is winning.
the winningest.
Oh, pakai GT 20 Pro ya.
No. Better.
Pakai Infinix guys.
No, don't abolish the English system.
No, obviously we're back into it. We're just trying to lighten the mood because you know what, you guys seem very tense there in YouTube and in Facebook. Japanese field. You guys have been going at each other's throats for the past how many minutes I can see. Anyway, yes, so don't worry. Getting into this one, it does feel like Fcap has been here before. I get a sense of like deja vu that I see yellow, I see a bad situation, and I see them trying to find a way to win. Now, for them, let's try to help them out. What they gotta do.
Don't give the Suyo, man. Yeah, don't give the Suyo.
Is that simple?
That's simple. I think it's clear now, yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
Fcap chose blue, right? And then Aurora won on red. So I think
Yeah.
there you go. So if you're Fcap, you're gonna be on the red side. Just ban the damn hero.
Right.
At this point, Suyo is kinda. And I'm not over exaggerating, but he's kind of broken.
Yeah.
He's kind of broken in the sense that not a lot of people talk about this, but he's the only remaining jungler with no energy, with no mana. And that's the reason why he doesn't, you can't slow down as he's facing in the early game, because he doesn't need farm. He has good flat numbers, has HP-based damage, just ban the damn thing.
That is a combination of 3 different heroes. YSS, Julian, and Nolan. It's like, come on, just take it out at this point.
He has no mana.
Yeah, and I think the Falcons AP red tackle here has been to look at US hero pool and try to choke out UN
And Renegade.
dish out for, and then Renegade. Now I think it's like, okay, you take out the Suyo, and then again, just go back to. Again, it goes back to that idea that Falcons AP red in the documentary when they won F14, where it's like, you guys just want to fight? Just fight.
Yeah.
You guys want to fight it out? Alright, let's
Is
fight it
that
out.
your Ducky impression?
Yeah, I mean, he said it in Filipinos. I'm not gonna do that here. But yeah,
That sounds
just
very accurate.
You're
That's-
gonna be fighting back with the left punch.
yeah. Instead of trying to take away things from you and overthinking your priorities, really just see if you can kill him. If you can kill him in the draft, kill him in the game.
That's why it's kind of weird that even though we hyped the Fanny pick, I was not a big fan because it was up against 2 of the hardest heroes to deal with, like the Aurora and like a Kacha, which is already a big problem. But they didn't even address it on the second phase. They picked up the Clint.
That's true, that's
So
true.
they didn't double down in
Guys
the
ya,
game,
drafting
advantage that they
game
had
keempat
on their draft. So I think there's a lot of
antara
coming out from
Fcap
Falcons AP Brand this
FC
game
Brand.
4. And again, first step is to remove the Suyo, because again, there's a lot of different strategies that Aurora has come and prepared for, specifically the Mathilda first pick. So Fcap already step number 1, it's done. Suyu's out. Now, what do you do about the Mathilda?
That's what I said, right? The love team in red side.
There you
It's
go.
gonna happen.
Thank
time
you.
Time again.
Thank you. They ban the Suyu, they ban the Mathilda. We go back to the normal broadcast of MPL. Phobius first pick.
You see Demon kind of very vocal right now with the
Sushi.
drafting. It's dishing out ideas. Yeah, tuition available for you, and Fulvius available for Edward.
Again, you're kind of right. It doesn't need to be a priority, right? But it could get picked up by few again. Yeah, they don't take it here.
I mean, there's still the option of going for the Hayabusa. So they go for the Zushin. It does block some of the the tanks and XPs, like the Gatot Kacha, but they're gonna pick it either way. And then maybe they go for a Hayabusa, Julian, or Link.
I know that Chase Jang. Oh,
Cho!
wow. Justice in the world. That's a rush.
Chogun Part 2.
Well, they gotta pick off. Let's see. if they can
Choker
just,
the
what?
We're trying to make the movie title. Chogun Part 2. The Chogun Defender.
Oh,
Okay.
that kind of works.
Alright, there you go. Sorry.
Link,
Continue.
Link, Khalid.
Taliban.
Oh yeah, you're right. Link Moskov did it.
Honestly, I don't mind just picking up the Fulvius and the Harith.
Oh, Harif's open, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Good-
very
good
greedy,
catch.
but it's open, dude.
Harith,
Get the Fulvius.
Phobius.
Clap, clap, clap,
Link.
clap, clap.
Phobius.
Or it could also just be the jungler, yeah.
I like the
Julian,
Link.
Nolan, Link.
I am the priestess of primal lightning,
Okay, good.
the hunter of all the
I mean, that
evil
works.
gods.
So he's been on fire, so why the hell not?
Why not? Lunos is up for the taking, but I don't think you want Lunos against this decent trio. Like, yeah, sure, you win the lane, but it's gonna be a hard game against Eden.
Yue pakai
Coming
Zuzin,
up from Aurora, and
Arif
also the possibility of just the lane popping out from the side of
edit
Aurora.
ya guys
So
ya, ada
let's
pilih
stick
ini
the mage here, or the jungle for a
brand
setup.
brand
And
Gatot
if you're
Kaca
a
Chow,
Link, if you
nggak
go
kayaknya
Lunox here,
Gatot
after
XP
brilliance,
guys ya.
you instantly die.
You die. Yeah,
Surom.
that's your life, basically.
Okay.
It's like the press to die button. I know it's a survival tool, but it's a press to die button in this regard.
Oh, okay, that's a decent notion. Most people would think that
Yo,
playing Eve against
Eve,
Harris is
yeah.
a bad idea, but you essentially force the Salmon Force. So it is, dependent on the the preference of the teams, because like there's a lot of workarounds with these specific soft counters. That's why they're called soft counters, not hard counters.
Yeah, and again, if it's a soft counter, you kind of depend on your mechanics kind of overcome the challenge. It doesn't completely answer a pick.
Okay, I like this take, man. It's full respect for Renegade.
Are they gonna overthink and ban the Rafaela?
Maybe. Wait, so you would continues the 100% win rate on the Aurora?
And wow,
What is it now? 5-6 games? Let me double check.
Harith is most
Oi.
hero. And that's
Yeah, that's what it is. That's with Aurora. Like they always pick up when you go deep down. That's their best goalie.
No, he's not undefeated. He was 1 for 1 going into the day.
Oh, on the Aurora? Yeah. Never mind then.
so they're getting into these scenarios where it feels like Falcon's Red doesn't really mind the counter pick too much, don't they? Play the game.
That's their signature. That's their MO. They don't even know where they can just draft whatever it's good for them. Now Aurora, they're doing the hype to make sure that the Zusin is alive to actually take care of.
Yeah, easier time.
Yeah.
Easier time for the Zushin. Same with the Harith.
Yeah, it never feels great to be a Harry than Juicing against a high one.
Lookout opt for maybe a possible hero.
Maybe.
Feels like a powerful pick for Kyle. I think they gotta go double core again. Double core power. Too late to never.
Even things happen. That's my like
Yesterday he was, but he wasn't.
Fabius sudah di ban guys ya.
maybe to discuss about the bans.
Part of me tells like, you know what?
It's a pick that's gonna get a lot of attention.
It's
Right?
confident.
Put us up against even Chodo. Okay, that might
Woi, sudahlah.
Nolan, you go.
Jangan gitu pintu sakit pintu.
Alpha here.
Yeah, you go Alpha. It's worse to play Julian against Eve.
Yeah. You overload your magic damage. Physical bridge.
I mean that happens
Pagar,
a lot of teams, right? You're a Julian, you use up all your enhanced sword, your enhanced scythe, and then you die.
Unless
you
Demon
can't walk
Kite,
out.
breaks out the Lancelot or Benedetta.
Yeah. Actually, I was thinking, what if Edward goes Benedetto?
Maybe.
And then this
Maybe.
over at the J on
Benedetta tank, right?
Yeah, Benedetto.
Is that maybe why he's smiling? Oh, it's Rafa.
Enggak.
So they did go for it.
Ada duitnya
I mean, we
apa?
did mention the Rafaela Alpha combo earlier. I was just hoping for an Edward special, But yeah, you were right. Like
That's
Edward's
it.
already on a hot streak on Eden, so why replace the hero?
Oke, backing, aduh backing.
It's an easy Cloud game, honestly. Cloud, Moscow should work too. I don't know if there's any other hero that
Bah!
plays against this ball attack.
Kita mau pakai apa?
Ini dari mana?
Cross that place and then try to fight inside the box. Make sure that
Keluar lo.
Kita mau pergi yuk.
Kita mau pergi lo.